everybody. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And let's deal with the new disinformation about COVID-19. This virus is a bitch, people, and it's been on Earth almost a year. And it's killed 1.2 million people. That's everyone in Montana and half of Wyoming. Native Americans just got sprung. That's for you guys. Yet, there's this moron Klaus out there that thinks it's a hoax or it's not that bad. An ICU doctor recently, dressed like a frightened astronaut, said on CNN, "I've heard so many last words as I put these people on a ventilator."
Just before the patient died, they looked at their nurse and they said, "I think I made a mistake. I thought this was a hoax, but it's not."
You know, we're 9 months into COVID, people. And this virus not only kills, but even if you don't die, there's a good chance you're going to have organ damage. That's right. Lung damage, heart damage, brain damage, also blood clots, vessel problems, which contributes to long-lasting problems with your liver and your kidneys, which means you can't drink that much when the NFL finally gets started again. You're going to have to pull around a lot of machines just so you can take a piss. So go ahead, roll those dice, people. It's COVID, like Vegas, except with death. But if you survive it, there's more lifetime of fun a-coming. Fatigue syndrome, that's right, a complex disorder of extreme fatigue that worsens with physical or mental activity, but doesn't get better with rest. That's COVID-19. It's like someone giving you 3 toddlers to raise. Bonus. But then, you might be one of the long haulers. No, you're not going to be running beer to Texarkana with Burt Reynolds. Hey, Bandit, me and COVID Fred got a question. Why is Trump letting all these people die?
Well, why not?
Well, I mean, he said nothing could be done.
Well, that's the reason, son.
I'm talking people who are having long-term fatigue, headaches, vertigo, difficulties with cognition, hair loss. That's right, hair loss, cardiac issues, and like walking up 3 stairs and trying to not go into the light. Doctors are seeing a cellular level damage. You know, that's your little Ebola bonus with COVID. And this isn't from me, I'm a dummy. This is from the Mayo Clinic, which I'm so dumb I used to think it made different flavors of artisan mayonnaise. And there's the other one too. The young people are immune. That's bullshit. It's mild. I didn't even really get symptoms, and I'm over it. But in young athletes, this is athletes I'm talking about, there's evidence of myocardial damage, cardiomyopathy, arrhythmias, pulmonary scarring, and strokes. How do you make a teenager worse? Give him a fucking stroke. You know, this hoax is awesome and hilarious. As in, so many rides at the COVID theme park, just pick one. Oh, and totally in-shape athletes with zero comorbidities are having heart issues. A study by the University of Frankfurt in Germany found that 75% of people studied who had recovered from COVID had abnormal heart problems. They're German, so I think we were all just stoked that they actually had human hearts. Kidding, Germany. Look, after World War II, we get to clown you for 100 years. That's the deal. Those are the rules. Great, so now we know that COVID can kill you or ruin your life forever. And you dipshits that don't believe it after all the info that you can just look up at your fingertips, you know what? If you don't believe it at this point, I gotta say, go to a Trump rally, because it's a hoax. Okay, I'll see you in the ICU. MAGA, make America gasp for air. This virus has doctors freaked out. They don't know what's going on. Yet Trump's stroke doctor is saying that we should go herd mentality.
And you'll develop herd mentality.
So let's see what happens if we all get it. Well, currently we have 8 million cases, and that's around 288,000 dead. Yale did a study that said we're undercounting the deaths by about a third. So CDC puts the COVID deaths right now at over 300,000. Okay, so that gives us, let's say, approximately 280 to 300,000 dead. 280,000 divided by 8 million, a 3.5% death rate. Herd immunity at 3.5%. That means on a population of 330 million times 3.5%, holy shit, that's 11.5 million dead. But let's say my number's a little heavy. Let's say it only kills at a 1.5%. That's less than half. That'll be better, right? So if this thing kills at a 1.5% rate because you morons with herd mentality want herd immunity, that's 4.95 million dead. You good now? But this new one, you guys are using only 11,000 died that were COVID. The rest had other stuff wrong. Yeah, diabetes, heart disease, asthma, etc. But guess what? They were alive with all those things until they got COVID, you brain-dead douchebags. Saying someone had a chronic ailment they lived with for decades, died of that ailment because after they had COVID. Okay, so if I'm hit by a drunk driver, but I have a toe fungus, and it's like pre-existing, did I die of toe fungus? You guys are brutally dumb. And Trump is so stupid, 85% of people wearing masks will get it. No, President Dumbass, that's what you heard, but that's not what was said. The facts are wearing a mask cuts transmission of COVID-19 by 85%. But the MAGA cult believes the guy who's as dumb as they are. People, Trump wasted 8 months because we got to open up. All he did was fuck it up. Trump, your savior, could have had the economy roaring by now. New Zealand shut down from March 19th until June 8th. They didn't panic like bitches, but their leader is one bad bitch. She had a national plan. Wow, what is that like? And the Kiwis are open. Restaurants, comedy clubs. 3 months they've been open. New Zealand shut down for 3 months. 90 days, and they're back. Any new outbreaks are small enough and can be isolated and contact traced. We, on the other hand, are almost 9 months in, and we're at 70,000 cases a day. If we just had a leader, someone who could think into the future, Marty, someone who knew 90 days would be tough, but will save 130,000 lives and be back to normal by August. It's almost November. Our government and sweet potato Hitler is still doing nothing. A zero doing zero. And by the way, you orange bankrupt comb over, we're all tired of the virus. You know, that's something a child says when he's bored with his toys. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of it. But the virus isn't tired at all. This fucker's going to keep going on as long as you keep letting it feed. Breathing out, other people breathing it in. This virus is 1,000 times more transmissible than SARS. It's aerosolized, which means it's floating around all the time. It never gets tired. And we could have burned it out if we'd have just stayed locked down until it died. We'd be back to our lives right now. But you geniuses believe the bankrupt orange pussy grabber. And here we are. You know, I read about World War II and how Americans came together over a common enemy and worked to stop it, worked to beat the people that were going against us. Not us, though. Not today. Today, we get these LARPing toadies who plan to kidnap a governor and kill her because she's trying to save lives, while the fat man bleats about fake news and emails. How pathetic. But it's not fake news, people. COVID is real. It's killing us. And this leader, a man with zero nobility, whines about he didn't get his fake Nobel Prize nomination. He dances horrifically while Americans die. Jesus, I was surprised someone didn't shove a wallet in his mouth during this. He denies science. He said it out loud.
I don't think science knows, actually.
I don't think science knows. Yet, the definition of the word science is a systematically organized body of knowledge. And if he wins this election, more are going to die. And it'll be your fault. The I'm not wearing a mask, my freedom people. Now, how many dead because tattooed tough guys had to go to a motorcycle rally? The Sturgis stupid spreader event. And it spread COVID across the entire country. It's Olympic level dumb shits. But there are going to be some really good deals of used Harleys on Craigslist. Just make sure you wipe them down before you ride them. MAGA. And by the way, for this rant I just did for the last 10 minutes, I take full responsibility. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Wear your mask!